Oi, Loquinhas, welcome back. Welcome back. Hi, everyone. We are here for another Loquinha reaction video. Lorena and Juquinha, Lorena and Eduarda, Duda. All the names are hard for me. All of them. But I try. From Três, Graças. Thanks for being here, everyone. And thanks to everyone who was in the live this week, past week, on Sunday. It was really fun to hang out, and it's nice because it's a day when there is no novella. So it's kind of the day off. We are sure that there will be no new content that day. So then to hang out and talk about whatever was happening that week, all the news that they have announced and stuff like this. And my wife was there. She was supposed to be there just translating and, you know, kind of just being there for moral support. But she ended up being a lot more in it than I thought she would be, which was awesome. I thought she would not want to, you know, show her face or whatever. It was very, very nice. So thanks everyone for being there. We're gonna do more of those at some point, maybe in a week on Sunday again. Like whenever I'll be posting this, I will try and post this during this week. So whatever day it is now that you're watching it, or maybe, I don't know, if you're watching this a lot later, then never mind. But if you're watching this after I posted it, then in 1 week on Sunday, that's the plan right now, that we would do another live, then we can talk about whatever, anything and everything about the novella. The last video was good. I feel like I more and more start paying attention to all the scenes that because I think I started with like just do the scenes with the two of them together, and even from those scenes, if they talk about something that has nothing to do with their relationship, I would like kind of skip it. And now I feel like I focus so much on all the other stuff, which is good. I mean, it's interesting, and I'm watching the whole video through, so whatever from there is interesting to me, I will comment about it on whatever, and then you guys can jump. We've talked about this. It's fine. I don't have to feel bad that the videos are long, and I don't feel bad. But yeah, I feel like in the last video, because I'm trying to think what were the big scenes with them. There's the one with at the hospital, which I really liked. It's a very, very cute scene. And then they have the scene where Juquinha is talking about how wanting to introduce her parents, like Lorena to her parents and all that. Like that was very cute too. And then there's all the drama, and I'm here for the drama as well. Whether it's them together or them separate, like Juquinha at work, Lorena with her family, or at the gallery or wherever. I'm here for all of it. But yeah. Oh, one thing, I've been getting some comments about the fact that the actual episode, you can see it's so short always on the screen that I cut, like I have to cut the sound off a lot, and the picture as well, which I understand is not ideal. I don't think it's ideal, but I need to do it for the copyright reasons for the videos. But I'm also thinking now, let me know what you guys think, because I can also put like better versions of the video. Better versions meaning versions that okay, let me explain. When I edit the video, I go through it, and first I make kind of the version that I would want to post, where I have a lot more of the sound and the picture. Not a lot more, but well, it depends on what you compare it to. And I download it on YouTube and see how it goes. Usually it comes with red warnings being like copyright issues here, and this part, and the whole video is like red, you know, or some parts or whatever. Then I go back to edit, look at which parts are the problem and fix those parts, make them shorter and shorter and shorter. The last video I did, I put that video on YouTube 5 times. I put it there and I see that there's copyright issues. I go back to edit, I fix it, download it again, download it again to YouTube. It's problems again, go back, fix it again, put it back, problems again, but you know, like this. So my point is that the videos that I upload first to YouTube are my ideal version of the video. And then I have to cut it down for the copyrights. But if you guys are interested, I can also leave my version, Tia's version. I can put that on like Patreon, for example. And then those of you who want to watch a better version of the video, you can join my Patreon and then see them there if you want. Because for YouTube, I will always have to cut them quite short. I don't know if this makes any sense to anyone, but you can let me know if that's something that you would be interested in, if you want to like join the Patreon and do that. I can put the videos there, the original versions. So let me know. Anyways, let's watch this video. It's 52 minutes long, so I'm sensing that this video might be long. I have no idea how much of Loquinha is in this video, but still 52 minutes is a long time. And we're gonna keep pausing throughout and all of that. If you are watching this video, if you like these videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate that, because I am trying to do this as a full-time thing, making videos and stuff. So all the subscriptions, is that how you say it? Everyone who subscribes is very helpful. So if you like these videos, you can like, press the thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys. Muito obrigado. You guys are great. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna talk throughout the video, so let's just press play. Loquinha from Três, Graças, I think this is now part 6. I'm getting confused with the numbers of the parts, whatever, but we're starting from episode 90. So, let's go.
Acho que se a justiça fosse programa de milhagens, provavelmente esse cara ia ser cliente Plus VIP Gold VIP.
Oh, Juquinha.
Em rio que tem piranha, jacaré, nada de costas.
These 3 together, I really like them. The more we see them, the more they also get comfortable with each other and everything, the more I like them. They're really funny, I think.
Tem alguma coisa errada com esse ferro velho do Joaquim. Não é à toa que ele ficou impossibilitado de receber visitas.
Mas não é nossa área, Paulo.
Não é a nossa área, mas foi aqui. A queixa veio para essa delegacia. Portanto, eu já falei com o juiz, pedi um mandado de busca e apreensão. Ele já
This is what they're gonna go there?
A gente vai fazer uma visita para ele agora.
E eu vou poder com você?
Vai você, vai o delegado, vai a tropa toda. Vambora.
She's so excited to go with him. Yeah, I'm like, are we already there? My sense of time is completely irrelevant, I think, right now with the show. I'm like, are we now already at the scene where they go to Joachim's house with the guns and the vests and everything and all that? I guess we are there already. Because in some way this stuff feels so long ago in the novella. But then at the same time it feels like it just happened. So well, we'll see.
Olha,
and we're
hoje a
telling
gente só vai ficar no happy hour, porque daqui a pouco eu tenho uma operação. Você ama o que você faz, né? Eu amo.
She's so excited to go to work.
Quanto eu amo uma certa garota que acabou de entrar.
Oh, please. I can't. I just can't. She is very, very cute. She's such a romantic. It's so nice to see. And they balance each other so well because Lorena is so much more like looking at her in a way that, you know, like I want you. The way she kisses her and everything, it's so much more like sexual in a way. I don't know if that sounds weird. I don't even know if that's true, if that's what I actually mean. But I feel like Juquinha is so much more like cute and romantic. It's not that both of them are not cute and romantic, they are. But I think she shows it a lot more with these gestures that she does. Which is very cute.
Ama o que você faz, né? Eu amo.
And she really
Mas
loves
não
her
tanto
job.
quanto eu amo uma certa garota que acabou de entrar na minha vida.
É?
Yes.
Vou ter que
Yes.
dizer o mesmo.
You have to say the same about what? You like her more than your job that you don't have?
Ai, meu pai tá em casa.
I'm sorry.
Mas você acredita que ele teve um ataque de amnésia? A minha mãe contou pra ele sobre o jantar e
Oh,
parece que
yeah.
ele não lembra.
That he doesn't remember. That's right. That is right. That he doesn't remember anything about the dinner. I mean, he's pretending, right? He doesn't actually have amnesia. He's just trying to make it more difficult for his children who both, well, Leo's girlfriend told that she's trans. And Juquinha kind of proposed. So, in some way, maybe Ferrucci is like, if I just pretend that nothing happened, then maybe it didn't. And then it's going to be even harder for my kids or their partners to like do it again, you know, tell me again or confront me again. Which it won't be. I mean, we're not going to have a dinner scene like that again, you know, to make it like that. But the fact that he's even pretending that he doesn't remember is
Ai,
so
meu pai
ridiculous.
tá em casa.
She's so done talking about her dad.
A minha mãe contou pra ele sobre o jantar e parece que ele não lembra. Não lembra que a Vivi esteve lá, falou sobre ser uma mulher trans. Não lembra que a gente esteve lá. Não lembra de nada.
Você sabe que isso já aconteceu com um policial lá da DP? Teve um tiroteio que acabou num acidente de trânsito e ele apagou tudo daquela noite.
Deve ser isso.
Poxa,
Yeah, I mean, it's
o que
possible.
fazer agora? Caprichei tanto pra despeitar ele naquele dia.
Ué, já que o Dr. Ferretti
It's true.
esqueceu, o jeito vai
She
ser
really
repetir
tried.
pra ele o que eu já disse. Que se você me pedir em casamento, eu aceito.
Você não me tenta, garota, que eu peço, hein?
Oh my God.
Pede. Ai, pede. Pede todo dia.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Maybe we need to propose in every episode. I think that's my new idea. Love her, Juquinha, acting like a little kid, being like, what are we gonna do now?
O que fazer agora?
I tried
Tanto pra despeitar ele
so
naquele
hard.
dia.
Ué, já que o Dr. Ferretti esqueceu, o jeito vai ser repetir pra ele o que eu já disse.
Yes.
Que se você me pedir em casamento, eu
Yeah, now
aceito.
it's your time to say it. That's
Você não
true.
me tenta, garota, que eu peço, hein?
Pede. Ai, pede. Pede todo dia.
A little chin.
Foi realmente um golpe de mestre, doutor. O senhor finge que não lembra de nada.
They are adorable.
Eu não sei o que a Zenilda põe na comida desses meninos, porque a Lorena virou uma lésbica. E o Leonardo começou agora a namorar um... Tá bom, Macedo.
What did he... He said, what did Zenilda put in the kid's food? He is so insane. It's crazy. I mean, he's a great character for this show. He's unbearable. And the problem with him is that he's not even funny. Araminda, for example, she's so freaking funny. Even though she's crazy, she's just killing people left and right and whatever, pushing people downstairs and all this stuff. Like, actually, a psychopath, but she's so funny. Him, it's very hard to like him, which I'm sure is the point, and they're doing a great job with it. Because I hate him. Here we go. Let's go, Juquinha. And everyone else, but mainly Juquinha.
Todo mundo esperto aí. Juquinha, pelo amor de Deus, cuidado.
Passa na minha frente, passa na minha frente.
Sapatinho, suave na nave.
Look at her with her little gun.
Corta essa corrente.
Yeah, they are cool.
Então o que tá faltando?
Dá uma olhada aí no seu ferro velho.
Vocês querem comprar alguma coisa?
Mas vamos dar um confere nas suas mercadorias.
He's ready to sell.
Que apreensão. Não fica nervoso, não.
A gente vai revirar isso.
Yeah, he looks way too calm. The statue is not there. This statue really does stress me up because everyone in this show is involved somehow on a personal level at the robbery of the statue. And I wonder if in the end it's gonna be like Paulinho and Juquinha, for example, they're gonna find out what happened and who stole it and why, because they have good reasons for stealing it to get the money for the medicine and all of this. Like if Paulinho and Juquinha are gonna be able to, even though they are police, to do the right thing, to not do the legal thing or do it in an illegal way, so actually join the people and try like help them get away with it and stuff, because this is kind of like a Robin Hood type of situation, you know, you steal from the rich, give it to the poor, do the right thing even though it's not right. But I think in this case, especially because the people who they're stealing from is like Arminda and Ferrecci and stuff, who are terrible people, to give medicine to poor people who really need it. So it's gonna be interesting to see if in the end of the novella, if that's where this is gonna go, that Paulinho is gonna find out that Jalousie and everyone was involved, and he's gonna be like, okay, fine, and join them in trying to get Ferrecci and whatever. Because he also has a very personal connection because of his dad with Ferrecci. Like when he's gonna find out about that, I think he's not gonna have any problem joining that side. I think Juquinha is already there, like she hates him so much that anything to get him, she would be willing to do, maybe? I don't know.
Vamos dar uma olhada no seu ambiente de trabalho, quem sabe a gente não encontra um tesouro, hein, seu Joaquim?
So they think that the statue is there. It's so annoying that then when they actually like,
É pra revistar tudo.
we've seen the statue there for so
Nesse lugar
long,
aqui.
and now it's not there. A place like this would be so annoying to try and get through because there's just so much crap everywhere. And the song. But that's not the statue. Like, this kind of scene is made just for this show. If this was real life and you had a, like, let's think about this for a moment. If this was a real life situation and they had the statue there for weeks, however long it's been there, and then they hear that the police is gonna come and search the place, and they're like, we need to get the statue out, and they somehow get it out. I don't know, I don't remember, or I don't know how they get it out. Does like Rogerio help with that or something, maybe? They get it out. Why on earth would these people, if this was real life situation, why would they then build a fake statue that looks the same as the one with the 3 heads and everything, and cover it with the same fabric? Like, why on earth would they make that? For the show, it's perfect that we hear the song and we think that the statue is not going to be there. Then we see it there. We're like, oh no, they're going to find it. And then they pull, and it's not it. Because that does not look like it. Or like, you know, it looks enough like it. But in real life, why on earth would you do that? It's fine. It's fine. Come on, Juquinha. Let's do it. Big dramatic reveal. Yeah, see, why would he do that?
Se quiser comprar, eu vendo barato.
Sem piada, cidadão. Sem piada.
You can see that they all expected it to be that.
Eu acho que a gente deu tiro no pé.
Oh my god, and here they are.
Calma, aqui. Você.
She's like ready to go first one out. Are they just trying to protect her? Oh my god, this is so chaotic. Are they just trying to protect her because she's like an intern or something? Or she hasn't done this before, really? So they're all the time like, Juquinha, be careful. Juquinha, stay calm. Juquinha, don't go first. And stuff. Because there she is.
Que isso?
São fogos?
Tiro. Isso é tiro, gente.
Fireworks. Look at her. It's so fun to see them in action because in every episode I feel like they're not really doing anything at work. They're just gossiping and whatever. Which they are. Policia! I love it. I love it. Lorena is gonna piss herself when she hears what happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, no one else gets shot in this entire shootout when there's like a dozen people on both sides shooting like non-stop. Just one bullet on Bagda, that's it.
Peraí, calma, calma, tem Bagdá. Calma. Volte, você tem calma, Paulinho. Invadiu nada. Baixa a arma de busca.
He so wants to find something. He's too desperate and too emotional for this show. Oh.
Direito à troca de tiro e tudo.
Assim que você podia ter se ferido.
Ah, mas não me feri. Eu tô aqui, meu coração segue batendo. Por você.
Não brinca com isso.
Acho que eu preciso de você pra me acalmar.
Passa aqui na galeria e me busca, assim a gente conversa.
Vou.
Com calma.
Até já. Beijo.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's good, of course, that she tells her after it happened. But although if something would have happened to her in the shootout, then of course the fact that Lorena didn't even know that she's out there is not good. But we know that nothing is gonna happen to her, whatever. Like, it's good that she doesn't worry her before, I guess. But I do agree with Lorena that, like, for her to then joke about it, be like, oh, my heart is still beating for you. Like, try to make it, like, a joke, the thing. Also, for someone who just heard, like, 2 seconds ago that you were in a shootout, that's not gonna be funny. You have had time, sit in the car, drive back and be like, okay, that was close, but we're fine. And maybe already kind of laugh about it or whatever. Yeah. But it's fun to have these, like, action scenes.
Ué, não era o meu plantão, eu fui de curiosa e ainda por cima quase levei um tiro.
Yeah, I'm going to kiss my girlfriend now. Okay, bye.
Tá todo mundo dormindo. E a bonita vai sair? Vai aonde?
Você sabe muito bem.
Encontrar a sua policial particular.
Lucélia, deixa eu te falar uma coisinha na moral. Por que você não para de se preocupar com a vida alheia e vai arranjar alguma...
Uma namorada?
Eu ia dizer outra coisa, um namorado, talvez. Mas já que você curte, então uma namorada.
Nem morta.
I mean, at least her homophobia, Lucelia's homophobia, is funny because it's so over the top. And they bully her about it. So it's funny. Maybe you should get yourself, what, a girlfriend? Oh, if you say so. I mean, Lucelia, to be honest, it's funny how all these people who are the most homophobic on the show, like someone was saying in the last video that Ferrecci being literally the most flamboyant man ever, that being the one who is the most homophobic, is kind of hilarious. I think Lucelia's vibe is quite queer as well. Yeah, it is funny how often that happens. They make jokes about it, they say mean things, and we're just like, well, you kind of look like that as well.
Tava toda trêmula só porque vai encontrar outra. Deve ser ela.
I mean, I would be too. Or I don't know what the work about this meant, actually. What the translation meant.
O que aconteceu?
Oh my god, yeah, okay. This is, oh my god, yeah. Right before Juquinha is gonna come in. This is perfect soap opera stuff.
Magda, levanta. Levanta.
It's just lying there.
Isso é sangue.
Chaos.
A Lorena vai sair com a namorada dela e a Juquinha, ela é da polícia.
Tem polícia aqui?
Não, ainda não.
Tem polícia aqui?
Não, tem. Se esconde. Vem pra lá, vem pra lá.
Well, she's coming. At least that they can't hear.
Não tô achando minha
They
bolsa.
can't hear it.
Não sei.
Lorena, come on. You're chaos right now. And these freaking glass doors, that for sure you can hear everything through those. And you can even see through those curtains. I'm sorry.
Célia.
Célia!
Ai, meu amor, entra. Deixa eu...
She's wearing the same dress that she was the first time they met.
Todo. Então agora tô pronta, vamos.
What, was that box smoke?
Ai, eu tive um dia cheio, quase levei um tiro. Foi.
Como assim? Quase levou um tiro? Você não me contou isso.
Pra você não ficar preocupada. Assim, do jeitinho que você tá.
Claro.
See, again, she's mentioning the fact that she almost got shot. Which, for any person to hear this about your partner would be, like, terrifying. Of course. Like, what do you mean you just got shot? And then again, she makes a joke about it. In some ways, I find that cute and nice and good that she's doing it like that and not making it like, yeah, I almost got shot, and make it like super dramatic or something. But at the same time, I would want it to, that's what we were talking about in the live on Sunday. Or we were talking about like what kinds of scenes from them would we want to see. And I was saying that maybe it's a terrible thing to say, but in some way I would want one of them to get hurt. In this case, it would make sense that it would be Juquinha who would, for example, in this scene, she would get shot. Not like bad, but like a little bit. So that there would be the kind of stuff of Lorena being like super worried and the situation actually being quite dramatic and scary, you know? So that we would have that kind of scene with them. And here, there would be a chance for that. Even though nothing happened to her, Lorena being super worried, but then Juquinha keeps going like, I'll be fine. Oh, you know, I'm here and nothing happened and whatever, you know, just pretending that it was like nothing. So then I'm like, if we would get a scene like that she would get shot, for example, maybe in those scenes as well, it would be like, she's in the hospital, Lorena comes and she sees her and she's just joking about it. I have a nice, cool scar now or something. But I would like it to, for a little bit of time, to get serious, you know, that there's actually some kind of danger or something bad happening, which then will not be bad. It will be good in the end, but I would like to have the moment of them being together, kind of like, yeah, oh my God, this was bad. Yeah, are you okay? I don't know, you know, like that kind of interaction. But now she's tired to go out. Was this the point? She's like,
Na verdade, eu tava meio
actually,
cansada. Ai, eu tive um dia cheio, quase levei um tiro. Foi.
Como assim? Quase levou um tiro? Você não me contou isso.
Pra você não ficar preocupada. Assim, do jeitinho que você tá.
See?
Eu falei quase. Eu não levei um tiro, tá tudo bem.
Duda, você fala disso com uma tranquilidade.
Yes, I agree.
assustadora.
I agree with that.
Quando eu entrei na polícia, eu sabia que eu ia correr esses riscos.
But also, this is
Mas
true.
tá tudo bem. Tô aqui inteira pra você. E a única coisa que eu precisava era de um chamego e um descanso com a minha namorada.
Oh, I need cuddles.
Vou te dar todo
Cuddle me.
o chamego do mundo.
O que você acha? Aqui na galeria.
Yeah.
E o das obras de arte? Legal, mas
No meu quarto.
He's like, I want to shoot the cop. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is so annoying. I understand why they do it in this show, but it is annoying that they don't have, or maybe now we will see them in Lorena's room. Maybe, who knows? But that we're never in Juquinha's house, because for sure she has a house, for sure she has somewhere where she lives, where Lorena could very easily live with her, or at least spend time with her. But because it is a novella where we have 15 sets already of different people's houses, they probably don't want another house. And then there would need to be some kind of storyline why we are in that house and what else is happening in that house. And I guess nothing else is happening in this house. Or in Juquinha's house. But in this house, in the gallery, there's a lot happening. So the fact that Lorena is still here, like living here, it makes sense. It makes sense for the plot. But when you think about it again, realistically, which I guess we shouldn't do with this show, but if we do it, it is dumb. But I do like the fact that instead of going to another bar outside, that we are staying in Lorena's room
Vou te dar todo o chamego
with all the cuddles in the world.
no meu quarto. Vamos?
Gosto. Um filminho?
Filminho.
Pipoca?
Filminho.
O que você quiser. Eu quero. Com você.
Yeah, they're cute. This is chaotic. He needs to leave. Like, what is this? What is happening here? Oh my god. This couple is one of the and then they're all there at the door at the same time.
E agora a gente vai preparar um lanche.
With the gun on the floor. This is just
Desde que eu saí lá do ferro velho, deixei a criança combinado. E vocês prenderam alguém? Os traficantes lá da área deram uma de gostosos e aí partiram pra cima, foi tiroteio pra tudo quanto é lado.
Mas você acertou alguém, Duda?
Com a confusão não dá pra saber, né? Mas do nosso lado ninguém se feriu.
Lorena is like, her face when Juquinha is still very just da talking about this. The others asking questions. Lorena is like,
Tiroteio pra tudo quanto é lado.
her with the foot.
Mas você acertou alguém, Duda?
Com a
Lorena's
confusão
face.
não dá pra saber, né? Mas do nosso lado ninguém se feriu.
Então chega desse assunto. Chega desse assunto que agora o tiroteio vai rolar lá na cozinha.
Ai, sim, que eu tô com fome, pelo amor de Deus. Não se preocupem comigo, que eu não tô com fome. Tá bom?
I do. I love it when she does that. Like, I'm like, is there a way that she's actually serious when she does that? That she comes into a situation and she's like, actually, don't worry about me, I'm not hungry, when they were not inviting her to go eat with them, or not like being like, if you want, we can make you something as well, you know? Like, does she do it seriously, or does she do it as a just part of her act, which is everything she's doing is just pretending to. Every time she's nice, even a little bit, it's her pretending, because she just wants money. She wants to use people. She would probably be happy like killing all these people and staying with the gallery and all the money that they have. You know, she would probably be completely fine with that. But I was going to say earlier too that her relationship with Bagda is so chaotic. It is really funny. It doesn't, like, in some way the chemistry, or like in some way it makes so much sense. But at the same time, it doesn't make any sense. But it is really funny how here's Lucelia and then Bagda, this big overlord of all the trafficking and everything in the favela, with his guns and his chains and his whatever. But then she's still the one who could tell him to do anything and he would probably do it. He's taking his huge gun and she just steps on it being like, stop it, you know? And he's like, yes, my lady. It is a very funny dynamic.
Quer mais pedaço? Não?
Não, obrigada.
Ai, eu não sei que eu esqueci meu carregador de novo naquele escritório, caramba. Eu não
Oh
sei onde
God,
ele tava com a
oh my
cabeça
God.
hoje.
Será que você tá assim ultimamente?
E você me pergunta ainda. Vem aqui. Por que será? Uma pessoa que eu amo tava correndo risco de vida.
Yeah,
Ameaçada de
she's
tomar
just,
tiro até.
her brain is just like,
Então, esses bandidos não podem com a detetive Juquinha.
Ah, meu Deus. Quem vê pensa. Quer dizer então que você é tipo uma super heroína.
she's so much taller. Like, Lorena is so much taller here. Or Alanis is so much taller here in this shot. Is she like wearing some boots or something? Why is she so much taller in this scene?
Esses bandidos não podem com a detetive Juquinha.
Ah, meu Deus. Quem vê pensa. Quer dizer então
She's
que você
so
é tipo
short.
uma super heroína.
Short superhero.
Mas até os super-heróis têm os seus pontos fracos.
E qual é o seu?
Algo me diz que você vai descobrir já já.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Something tells me that we will not see that. When she's like, oh, what is your weak spot? And she's like, something tells me you're going to find out soon. Yes, I think so too. But I'm quite sure that we will not figure it out. Which is fine. It's fine. But the build-up towards the first time is very, very good. I'm almost surprised at how good it is, considering how little their scenes are together when they are, or they have so much other things to talk about as well than just flirt and be all like horny and whatever. Considering how little there is of that, it's so good that even if we get like one line, like a few words here and there, everyone is like melting, be like, oh my God, I can't wait. You know, the build-up is like very, very well done. I don't know how close we are right now to the first time, but I think it's still quite far away. So I'm excited for all the build-up. Because I'm sure it's gonna get like, you know, bigger and bigger, like the closer we get to the actual episode.
Algo me diz que você vai descobrir já já.
For once, Lorena is taken off
Boa
guard.
noite. Estão procurando alguma coisa?
Sim, eu tô procurando meu carregador. Mas e você? O que tá fazendo essa hora acordada e não sai?
Juquinha's
Tá
face
fazendo o quê?
she's so done with her.
Peraí que eu vou dar um jeito
Oh
nisso
my
agora.
God, my God.
Tá fazendo o quê?
This is so dramatic.
Pra fazer umas pesquisas no computador. Ai, eu adoro pesquisar sobre arte. Sabe, entender um pouco
Juquinha is like, can't we go?
sem se preocupar com o Pix caindo na conta, né? E o carregador?
Tá lá dentro, dá licença, Lucélia, que eu vou pegar.
It's so good. And she's not gonna see him. Of course. The huge build-up even here with him literally behind the door waiting like this, and then nothing is gonna happen, of course, because that would be insane.
Ai, eu vou. Já já. Bora pro nosso filme?
Bora.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
They still didn't have the movie night? I guess not. They just ate.
Joaquim, ele sabe de alguma coisa que a gente ainda não sabe. Esquece. O problema é que ele agora vai ficar escaldado porque ele sabe que a gente tá na cola dele. Ele vai ficar ligado.
Esquece isso, Paulinho. Esquece isso, Juquinha.
No, no. Do not let it go.
Esse Bagdá não me intimida.
Mas eu acho que nós temos outras prioridades. Vamos investigar o roubo.
Is she? What do you call that? What do you call that in English?
Os caras já acabaram com o meu
I'm
casamento.
not listening to
Isso
any
é com a
word
minha
that is
família,
coming
coisa
out
que eu
of
mais
these
prezo na minha
men's
vida. Eles
mouths.
podem fazer coisa muito pior.
Ah, pronto. Você tinha um caso com uma outra mulher e quem acabou com seu casamento foram eles.
Olha aqui, Juquinha, você falando assim, você me magoa, garota. É isso que você quer?
Oh, please.
É, delegado. Você tá sendo acolhido nos braços de quem? Da morena? Da loira? Da ruiva?
Não é moleza não, veja aqui. Peraí, Paulinho, vai embora não. Eu não já... Peraí, aguenta aí. Paulinho, deixa eu te perguntar um negócio. Você tem visto a morena?
Ai, ai, ai.
Homem é tudo igual mesmo.
She's like, I'm so happy I don't have to deal with this. That's so funny. And of course she's... See, these kinds of things, these kinds of details are the things that, like I was talking about maybe in the last video, that when we have scenes with Loquinha, when we have Juquinha and Lorena together in a scene talking to each other, especially if it's about their relationship, I like how it stays quite, even though I would like it to get like, you know, a lot more hot and sexy and whatever, you know, like more aggressive flirting and that kind of stuff, of course. But I also like that it doesn't. I also like that it stays very clean, so then people who don't appreciate it can't get mad. But then they have so much stuff in the background and so many details that then for us who are looking at everything that they do, like I said, zooming in on everything, we get it and we know it and we are like, oh my god, look at her do it. Like, what is the word for that? Well, whatever. Doing this to her nails. Vile? Is that what you call it? No, vile is something else. I don't know. The fact that she is doing that, how many middle-aged straight people who are watching this show are gonna be like, oh my god, look at her. She's preparing for something. I don't think that many will think that, because we don't focus on it either too much. We're not like, you know, that the guys would, for example, be like, what are you doing? And she's like, nothing, or something. So then we're like, oh, you know, like have to really focus and pay attention to that detail. But everything else that is happening, they're just talking about something else. And then she makes fun of the chief, which is fantastic. The chief being like, they are ruining my marriage or whatever, even though he's the one who cheated on his wife. Like, what are you talking about? And then the conversation being about something completely different. Juquinha making fun of him, making jokes, whatever, while doing this. Which, if you don't get what this means, you can completely just move on and not have to be bothered by it. But then for those who get it, and those who care, it's fantastic that this kind of stuff is there, you know? It's so funny. That's really, really great.
Homem é tudo igual mesmo. Como é que é?
Um programa que a gente ainda não fez.
Oh my god,
E que eu
okay.
acho que vai ser legal.
And now her playing with her fingers. I'm not listening. A word that just came out of their mouths. Wait, let me go back.
Sabe um programa que a gente ainda não fez e que eu acho que vai ser legal? Pegar um cineminha.
Nossa,
Oh.
eu topo muito.
Topa?
Nossa, that sounds like the best idea ever.
Eu tava de olho nesse filme aqui, ó. Descontrole.
Eu amo cinema nacional.
This is
Nossa,
another
com Carol
ad.
Kidman estrelando, aí sim que deve ser bom.
E direção da maravilhosa.
Like so clearly an ad for a movie. That's very interesting. That they have to talk about it.
Então, será que eu posso ver já se tem sessão pra amanhã?
Claro,
Do it.
eu topo. Outra coisa, inclusive,
Now
que eu
we're
queria
done.
ver se você topava.
O quê?
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I love them. It's like a lot is in this moment. I would imagine something like that is not scripted. I would think it's just something that she does for fun. And it looks like she even does it for the first time here, that Gabby didn't know that this is gonna happen. But it's like she knows that everything that happened before in this scene, them talking about this movie in such an obvious way, be like, I would be interested to see this movie because it talks about this and this. And then we even show part like from the trailer or whatever, and they talk about it in a way that is so obvious, like, oh my god, this is an ad. It's like Alanis knows that. And then when that part of the scene is over, and then we can actually talk about them or something else, please. She starts it with something like that. She's like, okay, wake up people, wake up lesbians, we're here, let's go. Really funny. Let's see that again. I need to see the reaction again. This is like
Outra coisa, inclusive, que eu queria ver se
too
você
much.
topava.
O quê?
Yes. It's so obvious from her face that she
Organizando
did
uma noite
not know
especial
that was
pra
gonna happen.
gente.
Pra gente?
Do jeito que você merece.
Her biting her lip. I'm sorry, maybe this is gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna go like second by second. That she's organizing a night. Finally. See, again, we're talking about it, we're building up to it.
Eu tô
Lorena
organizando
biting
uma
her
noite
lip,
especial pra
hearing
gente.
this.
Pra gente?
Do jeito que você merece.
Do jeito que a gente merece.
Que a gente merece.
She's like, yeah, sure. Mainly you, but
Você
fine.
não quer me contar só um detalhezinho, assim, dessa surpresa, um spoilerzinho? Ou então, se precisar da minha ajuda pra preparar alguma coisa?
Não. Não, também não posso te contar porque vai deixar de ser surpresa, né?
Yeah.
Deixa comigo. Tô organizando tudo. Tá bom.
Tá bom.
Sempre curiosa, né?
Tô ansiosa.
She's like, I wanna know what is gonna happen. That's it. Okay. Well, see, again, it wasn't that long the time that we talked about it again, because I talked about it in the last video at least, when they were in this special place in the bar. And then Juquinha's talking about she wants to take her to a really special place when all of this is over. Which we know it's never going to be over, but also we know that the time is coming. They're going to go to like her family's house or wherever. But the fact that we mention it so many times, the anticipation you can see from Lorena as well. Like Juquinha talks about it again very in a chill way. I just want to take you there, you know, have a night that you deserve and all of this, and just be kind of like cool and chill about it. And Lorena is the one who is just like nervous and anxious and wants to know what is going to happen, what is, you know, because she was saying in the last video as well in that scene that it's not just because their lives are crazy that they haven't done it yet or done anything, you know, but she's also anxious about it, which is very understandable, of course. But she's saying it again here. Or here, it's not as clearly about the sex part that she's nervous about. This could also be that she's just an anxious person, and then when someone makes plans and she has no idea, it's like a surprise for her that she can't take it. Because, of course, a lot of people are like that too. Maybe it's both here. But it is cute that she's like, no, can you give me a little spoiler, Xenia? And maybe I could help. Try to get some information of like what she's planning.
Você não quer me contar só um
She's like,
detalhezinho, assim, dessa surpresa, um spoilerzinho? Ou então, se precisar da minha ajuda pra preparar alguma coisa?
Deixa comigo. Tô organizando tudo. Tá bom.
Tá bom.
Sempre
ansiosa, né?
Tô ansiosa.
They're so cute.
Será que chegou? Você sabe que essa mulher tá de volta?
Oh my god, yeah, he's following them. And he's gonna freaking call her. This is gonna interrupt their date again. We're going back. Is it just me, or is like every kiss they have better than the last one?
Vamos, Juquinha, atende.
And I can't believe he's calling and interrupting this. I mean,
Pode atender, meu amor.
her like looking at her like, can I answer?
Oi, Paulinho, fala.
Juquinha, você não vai acreditar, eu tô perseguindo a Cláudia.
Tá perseguindo
She's
quem?
so annoyed that you're interrupting them. It's fine. She loves her job, and this is important.
Você consegue ir pra delegacia agora? Preciso da sua ajuda. Pode ser?
Tá, tô indo.
I mean, yes, of course, this is important, but
É.
Foi.
and then their song comes on. The bar is on it again. They're like, this is the time to play the song. Okay. Shukita's face when she ends the call, and the second before, like she ends the call and she's probably feeling many emotions because it's like something dangerous and exciting is happening at work. I need to go. So it's like exciting, but also you're kind of nervous, like what is happening, and is Paulinho in danger and whatever. But also I'm here on a date with my girlfriend and we were just talking about the surprise, whatever, and everything, and now I have to go. So the being on the phone with Paulinho, being like, okay, yeah, of course I'm coming, and that's a priority. You have to put that as a priority. And then when the call ends and you're like, yeah, but okay, but now I'm here in this moment with my girlfriend and now I need to tell her that I need to go. Not only I need to tell her because she's gonna be annoyed that I leave, but I don't want to leave, you know? You can see it in her face where she's like, takes like 2 seconds after the call. Like Gabby does it really well here, I think. And then turns all her focus on Lorena and smiles and, you know, is like, you know, when she's talking on the phone about work stuff, she's very serious and this. And then when she's turning to her, it's all like, all of that melts away and she's just all heart eyes. But I think Gabby does it really well here in the when she ends the call, and then this moment,
É.
and then the
Tudo bem se
Yeah,
a gente
looking
conversar
at
sobre
her.
a nossa noite especial depois?
Claro, deve ter acontecido algo sério.
Eu não sei qual que é a gravidade do assunto, mas o Paulinho deve precisar de mim. Eu vou ter que ir pra delegacia.
yeah.
Você quer que eu te dê uma carona?
Não precisa.
She still offers her a ride. She's so cute. She's like, I will, anything you need, my queen. I will take care of your every need. Lorena's face when she's asking, do you need a ride?
Você quer que eu te dê uma carona?
Não precisa. Não precisa, meu amor. Pode ir indo que eu vou ainda beliscar as coisinhas que a gente pediu.
Yeah, she's gonna eat the food. Yeah, God, please don't let
Você
the
tem
food
que ir
go
lá
to waste.
cumprir a tua missão. Eu só queria te pedir uma coisa.
See, I'm sorry. I just love how Juquinha / Gabby puts her entire focus, like what is that word? Focus on her every time she speaks. Every time Lorena speaks, the way she looks at her and listens to her is so intense. When she's talking to Lorena, it's so intensely like they are in a bubble and there's nothing else around them. It's so nice. The worst thing for me is watching actors who are supposed to pretend they're acting, being a couple, but they can't really look at each other in the eyes. That's one of my pet peeves. That's one of the things I hate when there's couples who are supposed to be so in love, but then they can't do, or they won't, or whatever. They don't look at each other and give time for that look, and like how much emotion there is also every time she's looking at her, you know, like it's like they do it so well. It's so nice because you can see how comfortable they are with each other in real life, friends and every, like so close that it's I don't know, it just works so well. It's so nice. And Gabby especially, her look, the way she looks at people like so intensely, it's so nice. In real life, of course, it's nice when people do it, but on camera, it's great. It's so great. And especially in a moment like this, where Lorena is like getting worried and be like, I need to ask you one thing, you know. She drops like everything. You can see like every thought in her head even flying away, and her being like, zoom, and being like, what? Like 100% there with her and for her in this moment.
Eu só queria te pedir
Look at her.
uma coisa. Toma cuidado.
She's like so zoomed in.
Sempre me cuida, Lorena Ferreira.
I'm sorry. I heard what they said, but I'm talking on top of it, and I want to hear it again.
Toma cuidado. Só isso que eu te peço.
Eu sempre me cuida, Lorena Ferreira. Mas eu prometo que dessa vez eu vou me cuidar por 2 motivos. Por mim e por você.
Pelo nosso amor.
Pelo nosso amor.
They are so cute.
Não quero ir.
Yeah. I don't want her to leave. This was so cute. Lorena's trying to cool off.
Meu coração fica aqui.
Yes. I love it. I love them. Juquinha standing up kissing her. I'm sorry. For this one more. Is this the scene from this video? I hope so, because I've spent like 20 minutes on this. Her standing up kissing her. Like it's so obvious that she does not want to go, but she also wants to go, but she doesn't want to go.
Meu coração fica aqui.
I love them both. I love them both.
Eu preciso que você jogue no sistema e me diga o nome de quem tá o carro.
Só um minutinho que eu vou ver a placa aqui no telefone.
Like this is when they have to now figure out not only about Claudia, but about Rogerio as well, right? Because they're working together. This also the way this scene is building up, it feels like. Yes.
Fala rápido.
É possível.
O que não é possível? Fala logo. Anda.
Say it.
A placa do carro, Paulinho,
Yes.
é do Rogério.
Yes.
Tá dizendo aqui, o proprietário do carro é o Rogério Dantas. E se por acaso a Arminda deu de presente pra ela?
Até parece, Juquinha, aquela mina lá é uma víbora. Aquela mulher não é capaz de dar bombom pro funcionário.
That's so true. I mean, that's a cute thought, but no. She's like, I don't know, maybe it was Arminda.
Nem comentou nada com Gelúcio.
Você tem certeza que ela não entrou em contato com a Gelúcio?
Ou pelo menos foi o que ela me contou. A Cláudia nunca mais deu as caras.
Well, we know she's telling you nothing, boy. But it's okay. Oh my god. Yeah. Music. Oh my god. Meus Deus. Or meu Deus. I don't know.
Rogério Dantas. Juquinha, o Rogério Dantas
He's
acabou de sair
alive.
do prédio e entrou no carro junto com a Cláudia.
It's great. It is great. The drama is great.
Ah, acho que sei que é da fundação, né?
O próprio, riquíssimo, poderosíssimo. A Lorena só tá aqui porque quer. Porque podia ficar no hotel que quisesse, né, Lu?
Que isso, Lucélia?
God.
Que isso? Não,
Que
não é
isso?
assim, não. As coisas não funcionam assim, não. O dinheiro é dele. E eu não quero nada que venha daquela fundação, tá?
And she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know what he's actually doing, where the money actually comes from.
Tudo bem? Não. Na verdade, eu tô tentando falar com a Juquinha, mas ela não me responde.
She's worried.
Morar policial não deve ser fácil, né?
Ai, não. Meu coração fica moído. E acredita que outro dia ela foi trocar tiros com os bandidos na chacrinha? É verdade. Você ficou sabendo disso?
Nossa, como não?
Oh my god. It's so messy. I love it.
Lucélia, o que é isso aqui no chão?
Oh my god. Blood from Baghdad. I'm sure she's gonna get out of this somehow, but lol.
Como é que vocês querem que eu responda essa pergunta? A Lorena. Por que vocês não perguntam pra
my
Lorena,
God.
não é mesmo?
Pra mim?
Ué.
Of course she's gonna get away with it. This seems exactly the kind of scene that it's like, they go like, there's blood on the floor. Lucelia, where did this come from? And Lucelia's like, oh no, how do I get out of this? And then the scene ends, you know, and we're left with a cliffhanger. How is she gonna explain this? Whatever. And then the next scene starts, and she has, or it's such an easy way out for her then, in the end.
Vive trazendo sua namorada policial pra dentro da nossa
Yeah,
casa.
maybe Juquinha was bleeding.
Se eu bem me lembro, esses dias, a Juquinha veio aqui depois de um tiroteio, não é mesmo?
Foi exatamente isso.
É, pela primeira vez na vida eu vou ter que concordar com a Lucélia.
For the first time in my life. If this was a police show, if this was not a novella, they would get some DNA samples or something of that blood and figure out whose blood it is and figure out that it's Baghdad and...
Será que a Juquinha se machucou e escondeu de mim?
Oh my god. No, now this is just escalating to a completely wrong direction.
Quer saber como é que eu vou limpar isso?
Desculpa, João.
And now all of a sudden it's Lorena's fault. Lucelia is so good. Or, I mean, the fact that this is a novella and everything just has to go a certain way, and someone like Lucelia needs to get away with things all the time, so then she just does. It's not very realistic how this conversation went. They're all in there, and they're all really worried and blaming Lucelia, and then all of a sudden she's able to very easily turn it all on Lorena, and Lorena being like, I'm so sorry, I ruined your $5 million carpet.
Lorena, eu só vou pedir que vocês duas sejam mais cuidadosas daqui pra frente.
Claro, Casper.
Por favor, limpa isso, né, Lorena?
Please clean this up.
Aproveitar e perguntar aqui pra ela. Com licença, gente. Oi, meu amor.
Só que eu quis te ligar pra dizer que eu achei uma pena a gente ter largado nosso encontro pela metade.
Tudo bem, meu amor. Isso é mais um motivo pra gente marcar mais um encontro. Agora deixa eu aproveitar e te fazer uma pergunta.
Are
Tem
you
marcas
bleeding?
de sangue aqui na galeria.
Marcas de sangue?
Marcas de sangue. Formando um rastro aqui. Meu amor, você se machucou e não me falou nada? Fala a verdade pra mim.
Lorena, a gente disse que eu não me machuquei, tá tudo bem comigo.
Yeah, the good thing about this couple is that even if they are not 100% sure, I mean, now she's asking her, I'm sure she trusts her, but we know they're not going to lie to each other, because every other couple in the show is lying to each other, hiding something from the other one or whatever. these two don't. Like, Juquinha for sure would have told her, even if Lorena would get super worried that she got hurt or something, she would for sure tell her that, I'm sorry, I'm bleeding. Like, I don't know, it's just so unrealistic how this all happened. But it's fine. Lorena's gonna clean the carpet now.
Lorena, eu já te disse que eu não me machuquei, tá tudo bem comigo. Eu não sei o que pode ter sido.
Bom, então eu também não sei. Eu vou falar aqui com a galera. E tem mais algum outro assunto que você queira falar comigo?
Agora, sim, não. Só queria te ligar pra dizer que tá tudo bem.
Tá bom, meu amor, um beijo. Se cuida.
Tá, agora eu tô pegada aqui, eu vou ter que focar. Amanhã a gente se fala, tá?
Te amo muito.
Te amo.
He's just listening to this conversation.
Minha Nossa Senhora.
I like that they're teasing each other at work all the time. It's really fun to watch.
Você tá reparando aí na tela? O que eu tô achando esquisito é que o carro tá seguindo o trajeto que leva até a casa da Arminda.
E a antiga casa do Rogério,
Oh
né?
my god!
Será que eles estão indo pra lá?
Because Lucy is there. Oh my god. Paulinho is gonna see all of them together now, isn't he?
Olha, Sr. Paulo Hines, eu acho que hoje você vai presenciar o encontro de um ex-morto com uma ex-viúva.
A minha dúvida é se ela sabe que vai receber essa visita.
Eu entro do outro lado, peraí.
Te ajudo, filha.
Yeah.
Vou desse
Oh
lado
my
com ela.
god.
Paulinho, cá no
Oh my
O que
god.
tá acontecendo? Por que você parou o carro?
Lúcia.
O que tem a Gerlúcia?
Ela ligou de novo? Os namoradinhos estão de romance no telefone, de novo, é isso?
Claro que não. O carro do Rogério veio encontrar a Gerluce aqui na aclimação.
Quê? Como é que é, então?
A Gerluce e o Rogério estavam em contato esse tempo todo. Ela sabia do paradeiro dele. E não me falou nada.
I mean, this is so bad, but Lucy has her reasons. I would just like, I mean, I know that the drama is gone and we can't do that until the end of this whole freaking show, but I would want her to just tell him everything. Because if she would tell him now, it would be like relatively fine, you know? But the longer she keeps everything hidden, and then she's gonna tell him in like 2 years that, yeah, I knew all along all this stuff and I stole the statue and I knew all these things and whatever, the worse it's gonna be for him to find out that she's been lying to him this whole time. I understand that for the show, the fact that he's police, like, she can't tell him yet. And I don't think for him it would be a problem in the end that she did what she did. Because I think still that somehow him and Juquinha at least are gonna get on their side and like help them because it's the right thing to do. But the fact that she lied to him for so long, so many times, I don't know how he's gonna... Because it would be weird that this novella would end with them not being together. But I don't see how this is gonna end with them together.
Por quê? O seu próprio bem, Paulinho.
Como assim?
Para que você, de cabeça quente, não desse uma de namorado da Gerluce. Você é um policial experiente, casca grossa, tem que agir como...
Yeah, he's too emotional for this job. I'm sorry, but he is. He's too emotionally involved.
Gerluce mentiu pra mim na cara dura. E eu fiquei ali não querendo acreditar.
Ela deve ter algum motivo pra ter escondido.
She does. Oh my god. Also, Juquinha, I love her in this shirt. It's a really, really nice shirt. She looks great.
Juquinha, se a gente provar que o Rogério Dantas está vivo, pode vir governador, prefeito, senador, imperador, que ninguém vai me impedir de reabrir esse inquérito.
Yeah. I feel like the rest of this video is gonna be just the three of them, which I'm not mad about. There it is. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't even know when I started filming. Is this already long? Maybe it is. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, not too much of Loquinha together, which is not surprising because the buildup is happening, and then I guess we're gonna have a lot more scenes of them together when we get closer to their special night. Yeah, but I like these videos too that have more of the other stuff, like when Juquinha and all the cops are going to Joachim's house and like all dressed in the bullet vests and everything and looking really cool and all of that. Like that was cool. Maybe it wasn't the only scene of them together. Well, no, but maybe my favorite scene was the one where they were talking about the special trip and then Paulinho calls her and interrupts and then she has to leave. Maybe that was my favorite one. There was the finger biting incident in that scene. And I don't know, the more and more comfortable they get with each other, the nicer it is to watch, I think. I mean, they have been quite comfortable since the beginning, which is very nice to see. But, of course, more time goes by, the more domestic they become, and it becomes more like chill and cute. We're not watching it necessarily like, oh my god, we're so nervous, what's going to happen next and who's going to say what? Because they're not like that anymore. They are very like comfortable with each other. So it's very, very nice to watch that. And the scene, I also liked the stuff when Bagda was in the gallery and then Juquinha came over. They're talking about, well, first of all, he wants to shoot her and all of that, and Lucelia being just chaotic and them going in and out, and Lorena trying to find her purse and whatever, all this happening, which is like funny and chaotic. And then Juquinha is talking about her weaknesses that Lorena is gonna find out about soon, possibly, and these kinds of things. And then that she's like, I'm tired, I want to go, like, I don't want to go out, like, maybe we'll just, or Lorena is like, maybe we'll just go to my room, and she's like, I would like that. It's very cute. Very, very cute. But yeah, I feel like this video was mainly like Juquinha at work. Which, like I said, I don't mind, because the three of them together is one of my favorite groups of people to watch on the show. So I like seeing them together, that's really fun. And now Lucelia got out of the trouble again, even though there's literally her boyfriend's blood on the carpet. But it's Lorena's fault somehow. So it's fine. I do like to see Lorena worried. Like I said already before, maybe that's a bad thing to say, but I would also like to see it the other way around. That would actually be nice. And I'm trying to think now, or not nice, but I would like to see it. That something would happen to Lorena and then Juquinha couldn't joke her way out of it. But then she would probably be very worried if something happened to Lorena. I mean, we do see it when the stuff happens with Ferrecci, for example, and Lorena is very shocked and emotional about everything, as she should be. And then Juquinha is there, she's very, concerned about her and all of this. But yeah, in some ways I would like there to be some like actual physical thing to be worried about. Physical danger towards one of them, that the whole situation became like really dramatic for a little bit, not for too long, nothing bad to happen in forever, that someone dies or something like that. Absolutely not. But something like that would be nice to see. Okay, this was part 6. I have no idea what's happening in part 7. I think the trip is still not happening in this next part. I don't even know if it's the one after that, or is there still a long way to go? And I keep thinking that it's happening like right now. But yeah, and the 100th episode has to be coming up soon as well. Well, this is episodes 90 to 97. Yeah, so I think the next part will have to be the 100th episode and stuff. So I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching this. Come and hang out in the live, or maybe the next video will be out before the live too, but I will post on Instagram and on Twitter and on YouTube information about the lives. And yeah, it's because my wife is gonna be there and she's Brazilian, so the communication happens in Portuguese and English and Finnish, if there's anyone Finnish there. Yeah, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.